Good evening. At 7 o'clock, we are going to start our meeting this evening. We've just got out of closed session, so we're going to start off first with the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's see who we pick on tonight. Mr. Moraz, would you lead us in the pledge? I allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Approval of the agenda. I do have a couple of corrections and changes on item 9B, which is in new business, Citizens Oversight Committee appointments. The Citizen Oversight Committee, the first two people listed are already members and do not need to be appointed. The backup materials on page 37 are correct, and the backup materials have information on Ms. Ballard and Mr. Derby, who are the ones who are actually appointing tonight. And then under item 10, consent calendar, item B, the personnel actions. We have had some changes to that. That was when the personnel report came out on the agenda. So we have in front of us the changes. They have been posted to the district's website already. So it's there in front of us for our packets, and the new business item that we talked about before that, item B, new business, that's also been posted on the district website. So with that, any other changes, Dr. Ritchie?
No changes this time.
All right, so I need a motion, please. Motion by member Baladeo, seconded by member Gattuso to approve the agenda as amended. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried. Any member of the public that wishes to have an item placed on our agenda may do so by placing that item or sending that item to the superintendent at least 2 weeks prior to a regularly scheduled meeting date. If the item is within the board's purview, it will be scheduled for a meeting in the future. And anybody here tonight that wishes to comment on any item that is before us on our agenda may do so by, I'm having a hard time talking tonight, may do so by coming up to the podium when that item comes before us, and you'll be recognized. Please identify yourself. You'll have 3 minutes to speak to the board. If there's multiple speakers on the same agenda item, you'll have a total of 20 minutes for that agenda item for public comment. And also under this big monitor over here is a timer, so it'll tell you when your time is up. So we'll start that over there. And then last but not least, if there's anybody here tonight that wishes to address the board on any item that is not on tonight's agenda, you may do so in a second or two. Come up to the podium, recognize you, please state your name, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak to the board. If there's multiple speakers on the same non-agenda item, again, it's 20 minutes total for non-agenda item speakers. All right. Is there anybody here tonight that wishes to address us on any item that is not on tonight's agenda? Good evening.
Hello. My name is Chuck Oreca. I'm a volunteer for the Boys and Girls Club. And so we're tonight, we mainly wanted to thank the school board for their partnership with Boys and Girls Club. And we hope that that will continue, for the kids, to help the kids in the community. And we also wanted to do, I don't know if there's any parents here or if it's recorded for the parents to see. We wanted to excuse me, try to invite them to be a part of the Boys and Girls Club. Now, they don't have to volunteer a lot of time to do it. What they can do is come to our steering committee meeting, and if they have ideas to improve the programs, they're welcome to come. So we encourage them to be part of the programs as well. And so I also have what our partnership has accomplished. But before that, too, I want to thank Dr. Marshall. I know he's gone to Fresno since since we last worked with them. But we hope to work with Mr. Ritchie in the future, or whoever is there available to work with us, for the programs. And so also I just want to mention the accomplishments we've had with that great partnership we've had with you guys and with the school district. So we've had summer camp in the last summer camp at Grasslands Elementary this past year. And we had approximately 121 students participate with a daily average attendance of 84. From July to August 1st, we had 118 students with a daily average attendance of 79. And we have, let's see, for the after-school program for Los Banos, we already have 12 students that are on the pre-registration list. And these are enrolling from the LEAP waiting list. So, and also we want to thank Zach Cruz for his partnership as well and helping us with trying to reach the kids that may not be able to reach LEAP. So in closing, that's the information I had, and I just want to thank you guys for the partnership and hopefully continue that partnership to help the kids in our community, because I know that's it's very needed here, and we don't want, kids to miss, especially have any learning loss too from their main education goals. So we thank you for that, and we hope to continue that partnership. And I also have another volunteer for Boys and Girls Club here. It's Mike Benias, and he's gonna say a few words as well. He's going to talk about some programs that are outside that may be available to the kids here in our community. So thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for bringing it to Los Banos, because I know since the Boys and Girls Club have been coming here for the last couple of years, kids are really excited about what's been going on. So thank you very much for being part of the community.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Need that. My name is Mike Benias. I'm born and raised here. I know a lot of you. I've played with some of your kids. Jean's taken pictures of me for like 40 years. And now you take pictures of me and my kids. She used to take care of my funding for when I did all my sports stuff. Me and Tina shared an office. Talked to Sean about multiple programs, bringing them to the district. And that's what I'm here to do again. Working with the Boys and Girls Club since I think 2017, doing basketball camps and trying to bring some drone camps and stuff to town. I think that right now with the new turnover and having new opportunities, we're looking to rebuild a bunch of parks, which I want to first thank the board for bringing this on, helping with the city to redo some of the parks like they did at the Cage. Like last night, I went down there, was like 40 people playing basketball. Reminds me a lot of when I'd go pick up Joey and we'd go to CT, right? We used to jump the fence, but don't tell anybody. We really want to bring some more opportunities to town, more than just what is already going. I think we have some great numbers to show if anybody wants to see it. And we had a great run this year around the basketball thing, and I think there's a lot more opportunity to bring it to some more facilities. Zach was gracious enough to help us find a facility that was a problem for the Boys and Girls Club. So he stepped up big time, and you guys saw and everybody else saw the value of it. So I think that if we can find ways to help bring some more funding or some more people or the Boys and Girls Club on, we can sit down and have that conversation to help him bring that to other locations. I think that I would love to help bring some of those other programs in, not just the normal stuff. Like we need to get our kids into the future. Like, I don't know, does anybody in here know anybody that does like any computer science or like gaming stuff? Like anybody? No? Okay. There may or may not be a Los Banos alum that's been like head of Lucas Arts mobile gaming for like the last, 15 years and is now in some like major. Oh, yeah. Oh, him. Yes. Yeah. Him. Yeah. My cousin, him. So I think that he's a great resource we've never even tapped into. When I tried to bring e-gaming here, I think 5 years ago, I was in contact with the state stuff and we couldn't do it because of the money. at the time, which is understandable, right? Just to say, hey, I want to do this. All right, cool. But the infrastructure wasn't even there. Like we couldn't even have the high-speed internet and the computers and stuff to even do that, to even put our kids on that scale of like, you know, to play. And then like maybe 6 months later, I went up to my alumni day at Menlo, and they were showing us all the new stuff, and they had a whole classroom like this with like monitors for e-gaming, the e-gaming team that had 10 scholarship players. So there's just all these things that I think that we can go. Ryan Scott played basketball with him. So did Joey. He is one of the chefs on the Today Show. Like, I don't know. Like, there's just all these resources that,
So Mike,
you know,
your
I think
time's
that-
up, so
well, same thing.
Wrap it up.
20 minutes? Oh,
no,
just kidding.
20
I'm just kidding.
20 minutes total.
Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody and sit down and have a conversation about how we can all work together about bringing all this stuff together and bringing it to town and trying to find some more sites so we can reach more kids.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. We're excited about that program, so hope we can serve more kids. Super. All right, any other comments tonight or from the public? All right, seeing no one come forward. We're going to start off with our reports. California School Employees Association. Anybody here tonight? Seeing no one come forward, on to Los Manos Teachers Association. Jennifer? Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. As you know, it's been a crazy busy couple of weeks with the school year starting. As I'm sure your social media feeds have been flooded with first day of school pictures from kids and teachers, and 28 years for me, 12 to go. And all of our sites have had some very successful openings. Our alt ed sites have been open for a few weeks and have had some great things happening. And all of our elementary sites have had our back to school nights, which were very successful, even though there are so many facilities projects that are still happening everywhere around the district. Miana, we were installing the computers in the new office on the morning of the first day of school. So, you know, all the fun stuff that keeps happening. For many of our members, this isn't about just going back to work, but continuing the work that they've been doing all summer. Some of us never really got a vacation or a break. Many of our teachers spent the summer doing professional development, including taking classes and attending conferences across the country that will benefit our students on many topics. Some of these conferences and classes were funded by the district, some by LBTA, and some by our members themselves, because they have a love of learning and want to do what's best for their students. A large focus this year in our district is going to be on literacy, and we know that we've started that focus last year and the year before. And with the push for the LETTERS program and UFly happening in many of our schools across the district, we hope that the general funding for these supplies needed at all grade levels is available for all of our teachers. LBTA would also like to congratulate Dr. Ritchie on being named the interim superintendent. We look forward to working with you during this transition. We also hope that the board keeps in mind that the association would love the opportunity to participate in the selection process to fill the permanent superintendent position. And that's all I got, because I am first week of teacher tired. So I'm out. Good night.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jen. All right, on to facilities and maintenance report. Ms. Monday.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, board members, Board President Pereira. I was going to say Dr. Marshall, but Dr. Ritchie and Executive Cabinet. Okay, so here we go. August 2025 facilities update. So here's our Pacheco Ag classroom. It's a classroom, and then it also has a staff restroom, boys and girls, a custodial room, bike racks, lockers, motorized gate, and it will have an 18 by 36 greenhouse once we complete that. The students took occupancy today, and we still need to work on the landscaping and the greenhouse install. The greenhouse was purchased back in 2018, and so it had been stored. When we pulled it out to actually erect it, it was not the size that we thought it was, that I was told it was. So we've had to kind of regroup, get the rest of the parts, so that's why the greenhouse isn't done yet, but it will be coming shortly. The next one, we're still working on the LED lighting. We've completed a lot of the schools. We are currently at Pacheco for about another week. And then all we have left is Miano, LBE, Westside, and Velasco. So we'll be wrapping that up. Our Early Education Center, we are still on schedule. It's going to be completed by November 6th. We've got good news about AT&T. They contacted us, contacted Garth, letting him know that ready to install the fiber. PG&E, we are waiting on them to bring our site power. We were all scheduled, but they did not schedule their boring team to come out, so they're scrambling to get that done for us. We're still working on the flat work, the curbs and gutters, the drive approach on B Street, and the asphalt parking lots, and the fire lane will be should be asphalted in about 3 to 4 weeks. The interiors, they're still continuing with casework, fire alarm, low voltage work, stuff above the ceilings, so they can drop those. You can see our playgrounds have been done. We are our little trike track there, so it's coming along. We'll get to Volta, which is the fun one. So as you can see here, we had to get ready for school. So the contractor and the school site principal, we worked together to get a plan for how we were going to drop off and pick up. The contractor worked very hard and diligently to make it work. I was out there. I believe Dr. Ritchie was out there. It's working as best as possible. The kids are safe. Each day it has been speeding up of the process, so we're very pleased about that. The parking lot should be completed no later than the end of September. The admin building will be completed at the end of October. The campus has been painted entirely except for the admin building. This picture here is why this parking lot is taking so long. As you can see, there was lots of unforeseen issues. Rita at the school had a great analogy. She said they literally had to dig with a teaspoon, and that is about what they had to do. This pile here to the right was a layer of asphalt underneath the gravel parking lot that we had no idea was there. So every time we dug, we found something new. To the left was just one day's pile of stuff they found. And they can't just pull it out of the ground. They have to make sure that's abandoned lines, right? They know the ones that we do know work, but they can't just rip that out. They have to trace that back to where it came from, make sure it's not something we actually need. And then not only that, every time the contractor finds something, he has to go through the architect and the inspector and sometimes even the Department of State architect before he can proceed with a deviation from the approved plans. So we come across this. We can't just say, well, we're going to move this line over here, this gas line, and he actually has to get approval. We actually have to get drawings from the architect. So you can see the classroom buildings, the portables there have been painted. They're continuing to work around the MPR building there. So that is Volta. The high school modernization project. So we have completed the exterior abatement. So during the summer, we did exterior abatement. We did gym flooring. We had the bleachers removed. We painted the interior of the gym. They are currently finishing up with night work. They should be done, I think they have tomorrow night, perhaps Monday, and then they will be complete with that portion of it. As you can see, as we tore into things, we found a lot of things that have been deteriorated, a lot of dry rot, a lot of leaking. So it was great that we found these things because we'll be able to wrap this up in our actual next phase of the project. And we'll be bidding this work out instead of doing change order work. So it's a lot cheaper. So we'll be wrapping up any things we found during this demolition phase into that next phase. All of the new wall panels have been installed except for the soffit areas. They'll be taken care of in the next phase. All exposed surfaces have been covered with Tyvek. And so the wood areas are now covered with Tyvek. They're protected until we get to the next phase. And then those things are going to actually be covered with metal wall panels. They're not going to be covered with the hardy board that was put on the remaining portion of the building. Where are we at? We're currently bidding the other packages now. The bids open October 15th, and we'll be presenting them to the board for award in November. The gym floor installation will be starting on Monday. Will take about 3 weeks. Our bleachers will not be shipping until the end of November. I've already let Mr. Waltman know. We have a plan for his sports teams. The project will be phased. The first phase will be the new administration building and the classroom wing H once we open our bids in November. And we plan to have that first phase with the new admin building open and completed by June of 2026. The interim housing, which is what we need to be able to do the modernization project in the classroom wings, that pad is complete, and the buildings will be delivered on Monday. There's 12 buildings. It'll take about 15 days to get the buildings delivered and ready for the site work contractor to complete his work. And we're going to have those buildings complete by October 15th, ready for when we're starting our big project.
Sure. The back one. The what's the building in the middle? I don't recognize that. Because
With the black?
Right. Yeah.
That is the gym. So that is literally just the other. So you see, it's on the other side, direct other side
This is
from the.
The multi-purpose room gym. Is that
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I
that
didn't recognize
is.
it because-
That is closest to the 500 portables. It's that side.
Okay.
So like the county class is right there, and
Yeah,
then.
okay, cool. Thank you.
But now it has that nice hardy board all covered. So that's what it looked like for a little while. Okay, other projects. So we're currently working on Los Banos Junior High School fire alarm project. They're working in Building B. They've been working during the summer, during day. They shifted to night work 2 weeks before school started. Miano Restroom Building, they went to DSA this week. I'm expecting approval anytime, and then we'll get bidding that out, get that going. Lofton Phase 3, we're ready to submit to Division of State Architect on 8/27. That's a full back check, so that's a 3 to 4 month approval process. We expect to be ready to bid that in December. And then Pacheco High School baseball field, we're doing the geotechnical investigation, and that's scheduled for Monday. And I have one more thing, so I say thank you. Our bond oversight committee, we have 2 member applications on tonight's agenda. I have one more application that I received this week, and I'll be bringing that to the September board meeting. But we really need kind of 2 more members, preferably parents who are involved in parent-teacher club or school site council. So if we could please spread the word, and then we'll be holding our first meeting the end of September.
So I
Thank
have
you.
a question. Will the stoplight on B Street be completed before the opening of the TK Center? Because I know they're starting to. I've seen they dug the holes.
Yeah, so we have done the infrastructure work there. The ship date for the traffic light itself is in December. So
Close.
it'll be close. We were talking about, not opening until we come back in January. So I'm really, really hoping that comes in December, and then we'll get that in before. Where they're working, it shouldn't really disrupt traffic into the school, and then we could obviously talk to the contractor about working outside of pickup and drop-off time. So we've discussed that, like, we hope it comes so it'll be ready, but that might be the only thing left. But just like Grasslands, they did that light in that intersection after the school was already there, so it is feasible, but with it being right at the entrance, we would love for that to be done first. But super long lead time, and then it took a long time to get that approved, so.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Ms. Gattuso.
Thank you.
I was just going to mention, maybe they can send out a parent square for, since you need parents for the committee. And also, the portables that are coming on Monday, like, how is that all going to work in that area?
Oh, at the high school?
Yeah.
So we have shifted bus drop-off to
The other side?
to 11th Street. So parents drop off in the bus lane now, and they are delivering buildings from 5:45 to 7:30. They're not going to do it while school traffic is around. They'll bring in the buildings and continue to work on them. There'll be people there working, but they won't be delivering buildings during school hours, only in the morning, very early. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks. Right outside my bedroom window, right? Yeah.
Put your earplugs on.
I'll have to close the window and, yeah. Wear my earbuds
That's
while
right.
I try to sleep.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids, I know.
For the kids, all for the kids.
This time.
No,
And
I knew when I moved right next door to the high school that I would
You're
have
gonna
those
have some
issues, so
issues,
I
right?
am not complaining.
Okay, any other questions?
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Community Schools Report. Dr. Wheeler, welcome.
Well, happy new school year. It's been very, energetic before school even started. And I wanted to give an update for what we were doing during the summer. So summer of 2025, we were busy at work. We started the summer off by giving out 600 kinder readiness and summer literacy kits. And these kits were developed to support early literacy development, increase family engagement, basically for them to get to play school before they go to school. And these kits, as you can see, was laid out there and took a picture. They were designed in conjunction, in collaboration with the kinder teachers. Across the district, we got input from them. And the liaisons recorded videos and then put them on a QR code, and they were on a sheet that came in the kit, along with the written directions in both Spanish and English, and the videos were in Spanish and English, and it gave parents ideas on how to use it. So everything from chalk to write on the sidewalk to whiteboards and whiteboard markers, index cards to make flashcards. They had those magnetic letters to be able to spell out their names, etc. So, and then obviously books. So we had books. LBE they were given both Spanish and English books for the program, and they were passed out at the schools, but also liaisons went and met parents where they were, and when parents found out about it and hadn't known, they would meet them somewhere and give them the kits. So we were able to pass out about 600, which is the number, so almost everybody that we could find, all of our incoming kinders, we have about 580. So we also gave some out to first graders, just to encourage them to play school over the summer. So there's some more pictures of, and definitely we kept calling Austin and David at transportation, can we have a van today? So they could take the kits around. We also, during the summer, had a content creator camp that Principal Salinas was so gracious to allow us to have at Pacheco. And it was held in June and July. We had about 40 plus students across all 6 weeks. And they were taught how to use drones. As a matter of fact, they got a certification in drone flying. They also were, as you can see, the digital cameras. They were taught how to edit. And eventually the whole, you can see one of the pictures was a parent night where they got to watch the videos that their children have made that were content creator videos, so what you might find on YouTube. And then the students got to pick what topic, everything from ASMR to movie reviews, and they did all the editing themselves and the sound effects and whatnot. And so that was 7th through 12th graders who participated. And then that's one of where they had their drone flying graduation, kind of picture. So they had a lot of fun doing that. And so we really just dove right into the school year. On August 2nd, we had our back to school backpack giveaway at the community center in partnership. It was a really successful partnership with Binational of California, the Los Baños Parks and Recreation, as well as Assembly Member Soria. So we, and a lot of different, and so here's a video. So those don't give full justice to everything that happened, though. There, if you went, we had over 2,300 people come to the community center. We gave away over 1,400 backpacks, and there were 20 to 30 vendors. Some come and gone. Everything from EECU to the health centers to different local organizations. We had free tacos and ice cream. At first, it was just for the kids, so some of the adults got a little upset that they couldn't have an ice cream till after the kids did. But then everybody had a free ice cream. It was wild to see so many people out, and it was wonderful. They all had a really good time. We were lucky that it was cooler than it was when we did the summer kickoff, so we had a much cooler experience. But that was an amazing way to kick off the school year for us. And then during back to school night, our liaisons were able to give away backpacks and about 300 plus bags of fresh produce. As you can see, here's the truck and that we unloaded that afternoon with all the donations that we received. And that was a really fun way for the parents to get to know the liaisons, because we did have some backpacks that were left over on purpose so that we could have some to give away with the supplies at the back to school night. And then we do have some upcoming events that I want to make sure that you keep an eye out. Optical Academy is an agency that's coming out with their vision vans, and every school, K through 12, will have every student in every grade, not just restricted to a couple of grades in elementary school, but every student in every grade will have a vision screening this year. And those students who need glasses will see the optometrist and about half of them will get glasses that day. And then those who have more complicated prescriptions will get those sent to the school along with their prescription, and that's all free of charge for all of our students. So, and that'll be at every school beginning August 29th. And so or actually it might even be the 26th. We have a schedule and we're working with the health team, the health services team. So our health services staff and the liaisons are working with the principals to make sure that it's smooth and that, that families know what's happening when students are prescribed the glasses. They will get a phone call home so they don't surprise them. They will be notified that this is happening, but sometimes, that doesn't always get home. So we will be calling and just saying, hey, don't be surprised if your student comes home with glasses because, they found out they needed them today. But that's going to be exciting for us so that we don't, by, close after Labor Day, all of the students will be able to see the board, some of them not even realizing that they couldn't see the board clearly. So that's an exciting event. Also, one I didn't put up here, we are also going to have to support our literacy, the push for early literacy and literacy in general. We're going to have an organization called Reading Heart come out. And it's an amazing organization that was started by a young woman in Fresno at the age of 7. Her goal is to have a book in every child's hand every year. So they come out and they do what they call a book party. So every elementary school will have a book party that will celebrate literacy and the joy of reading, and of course a little bit of fun competition. And they will get to all leave that assembly with a free book as well. And the Reading Heart organization will be supporting our little libraries that the elementary and actually all the schools have the little libraries. So we'll be, with their support, stocking that on a more regular basis than it has been in the past. So that's something that's exciting also. And then lastly, just, the upcoming events are the liaisons continuing to build those relationships and support families in need across the district. So I tried to go as fast as I could.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for
Absolutely. Well, thank you
getting
for
this
listening.
going. It's really exciting for what's happening.
And we
the
really
momentum is
appreciate those of you
amazing.
who were able to come out. Thank you for coming out to the various events. Any questions?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Next item is superintendent's report. Dr. Ritchie.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. And so I will say it's weird sitting in this chair. I'm usually stuck on the side, so this is a whole different experience for me. And to all those of you who said, welcome back, Dr. Marshall, I appreciate that. We could be brothers, but I acknowledge that I've got some big shoes to step in, and my people have asked me, what are your goals right now? I'm like, well, basically just don't screw this up. We've got great things going on. I'm excited about the start of the school year. It's been fun going out to the schools and going out and seeing what's happening. It was amazing first few days of school starting up, and you see just the energy from the kids coming on campus, the trepidation of parents or the relief of sending their children back to school, and then seeing the teachers, just the incredible dedication they have in preparing for the school year and starting the year off right. All of our classified staff who are working to support our kids, the grounds, to the custodians, the bus drivers, the security, all the work that they put in. It's just been really impressive. I appreciate the patience everyone's had with all the different construction projects. As you've seen, we have a goal. We have a state objective to make our facilities first rate and make them the way they should be, to be able to support our students and our learning and our staff who are providing that for our students. And so we know that it's not fun to go through it, but at the end result's always worth it. I was dropping my daughter off at school this week, and I was chuckling to myself as I was going through the school construction project at her school. And so just it's something that everyone kind of goes through, but I just applaud all the work that Sherry and her team have been doing across the district. Something else also, you saw the great things with community schools. One of our goals with that program has been to see it integrated in all aspects of our district, and that we're really looking at how do we create a system that supports all aspects of our children and integrates with our community and really helps them to be able to have the opportunities for success that they need. I'll tell you right now, the community schools program started off and has exceeded my wildest expectations for it. And so I'm excited to see where it goes, and it's due in large part to the work of Dr. Wheeler and her team, and also the participation of our staff and of our parents who are working to make that successful. And finally, just said a little bit earlier, there's been several individuals who have asked me kind of what my goals are for the district, and I've been quick to say it's not my goal. This is not my district. This is our district, and we see amazing things happening each and every day. But some that if you want to narrow it down to what are we focused on, we're focused on student well-being, making sure that our facilities are top rate, making sure that we have safe and secure places for our students to learn, and making sure that our students have the support they need when they're going through tough times so that they can be successful. We support strong instruction and support for our student learning, and that includes both our certificate and paraprofessional staff. And then the last thing is just to keep doing the great work of our district. LBUSD is a great place to work, and we are, I was mentioning on the news this week, we're the biggest employer in town. We take educating our children seriously, and through our partnerships with our labor partners, with our administrators, with just our community, we know we're going to continue to do that. And so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the start of the school year, and let's go LBUSD.
All right, thank you. On to board member reports. Ms. Gattuso.
Well, just welcome, Dr. Ritchie. We're glad you're in that position for us for now. We really look forward to seeing what happens the next few months. And I want to welcome everybody back to school. I know it's kind of hard coming off of summer, but getting back into the swing, some of you worked all year long, but getting back into the swing, it's tough. I remember those days, after school, going home and just taking a nap because you're so tired from being with students all day. So welcome back. Have a great school year. And that's about all I have right now. Thank you, though.
All right. Dr. Moran.
Thank you. Yes, welcome to the new academic year. I think we always want to do so many and lofty goals over the summer, right? And it just hits us, and here we are starting again. Just a quick announcement. Merced College has their extreme registration on Saturday, so that includes the campus here at our Las Vegas campus. So any high school student wanting to enroll in any of the open college classes that we offer, you can get all registration steps done, and obviously anybody in the community, but starts at 9, Las Vegas campus, just off the 152, because you'll be surprised how many folks still don't know we have a campus, and that's a great opportunity for high school students to be able to get some college credit out of the way. So if you have any questions, you can always email me, but that's it.
All right, thank you. Ms. Valadeo.
Yes, I want to welcome everybody back. I know that I got to walk through a couple of classrooms since we didn't get to go back to school night, and I just have to say I was so excited to see those classrooms. And if you don't know it, and social media has been so spewing some negative things about, well, why doesn't my teacher's classroom look like that? I don't think that parents realize the amount of work and money teachers invest in their classrooms to make them look the way they do. We supply we supply basic materials that make learning happen. Teachers supply, what do I call it? The cuteness, the welcoming environment, the cute little tubs, the things that make a kid go in there and go, wow. So I just want to thank them. I walked into a lot of classrooms and I could tell right away that they were dedicated individuals who really cared about their students. And I was so welcome because I just showed up. I wasn't invited. I just kind of showed up and started walking through classrooms. It was great to see a lot of the teachers that I worked with, and it was also great to meet some brand new teachers that I didn't know. I got the opportunity to go through the dual language immersion classrooms. Again, wow, I was so impressed. It's grown so much from TK now to third grade, right, Carolina? And those teachers were all very excited about starting, and they now have their own intervention specialist that's going to be working with their students who might need a little more help with literacy. So we have some great things happening in our school district. So thank you. Welcome back, teachers and staff.
All right, thank you. Ms. Smith.
Okay. Well, the last few weeks, I have been able to get involved in some community events. I was able to attend the Sunrise Ranch Park ribbon cutting. I got there a little bit late, so I was able to meet some residents that were still there. And since then, I visited that park on more than one occasion since that ribbon cutting. And that park is very, very well used. The citizens in that community are taking advantage of that park, and it's nice to see it being used. I also attended the Volta ceremony flag raising event that they held there. I felt good to be on the grounds, standing with students, teachers, administrators, VFW, and the American Veterans of Foreign Wars. They were all there, and it was nice to be in their presence, and they gave a very nice presentation to the board members and to the members that attended that. I also attended Lorena Velasco's open house, and I got the wow effect. It was wow walking into some of the classes. They were very nicely decorated. Teachers were excited, students were excited, and the parents were probably the most excited because their kids are going to be back in class, and there was a lot of communication going on. the principal's out, the vice principal's out, everybody's walking around greeting students, and I felt very, very welcome there. Very nice event. What I did notice this week in taking, I'm on grandmother duty now, so I'm taking and dropping off kids. So what I have noticed taking the kids is traffic. Traffic is really heavy during those school drop-off and pickup times. I would just encourage the family members, who's ever dropping them off, to be cognizant of traffic around you and drop the kids off in the drop-off zones. I'm seeing kids get dropped off on the opposite side of the street and they're running across the street, and we need to remind parents, I believe, to be safe in our school parking lots and be safe in and around our schools. We have crossing guards out there, and she was kind of playing double dutch. She wasn't sure what to do, and it was tough. It's been a tough week, so hopefully things will calm down next week. But I think all parents need to be cognizant of what's happening with the schools. Everybody's dropping their kids off. Nobody walks anymore, so it's a busy time in our city. I struggle getting out of the parking lot at one of the schools here in town. It's really tough getting out of the parking lot. So we should all just take a deep breath and breathe and just take some time and get out when you can. But we're not retired like I am, so I got a little time, so I'll wait. Other than that, everybody have a great back to school year. Looking forward to this year to see what's going to happen with all the work that's going on with Dr. Wheeler. I mean, this is amazing. Glasses for every student, at least a vision check. Amazing things are happening with you. Still hearing about Zach. Zach is still doing great things throughout the district. I think Zach is sitting back there kind of under the radar, but his name keeps popping up, so he's doing great things too, as well as all of our teachers. All of our teachers doing a great job, so really happy to be back and just see what happens in our district and all the wonderful work that we do for our students in Los Banos. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Lee.
So welcome back, everyone. I want to start by saying that if you don't remember what Dr. Ritchie said during his superintendent's greeting, to go back and watch it, because I couldn't have said it any better. I thought that I was perfect what you said. So just to tie in a little bit to what he said, Dr. Wheeler is doing a great job with her team. I went to the community back to school. This is the second one. The first one was great. The second one, even larger. Lines around the building. Kudos. That was beautiful. Yesterday, I went to Henry Miller. I was invited to go there. Hans Younts and his from Morningstar and his business partners handed out backpacks at multiple elementary schools in town. Henry Miller was the last one. And every backpack was filled with school supplies, all for first graders. So between your event and what other organizations are doing, I think everyone in town should be equipped with a new backpack by now. So thank you. I did go to the Volta flag raising ceremony. Very impressed with the principal and what he's doing out there. Would have been very easy for him just to say, nope, we're not doing the flag raising ceremony because of everything that's going on with the renovation work. But he wanted that tradition held, and so he did it. And he did a great job putting it together and still keeping all the kids safe. I know it's not the best situation with the drop off and the pickup, and especially in the heat, but he's making it work. And so once it's all done, it'll be like a new school. I also went to a freshman orientation day Saturday at Pacheco High, something new that Principal Rebecca Salinas put on, her and her team. They invited all the freshman parents to come and tour the campus, and all the ASB students were there playing games outdoors. And then she herself served lunch to everyone, barbecue lunch. So that was very nice to see, and I think people enjoyed that. And lastly, I've been going out to cover girls flag football and boys football practices, both at Pacheco High and Los Banos High, and with close to triple-digit temperature. These kids are out there hustling and trying to impress the coaches and get ready for the football season, which starts tomorrow when Pacheco goes to Dos Palos for a scrimmage. So looking forward to going and seeing that. So welcome back, everyone. We're now into it, so congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'm not going to repeat everything you just said, so ditto, because yes, all of that. But again, welcome back to all of our staff that's back working, and making our school run so smoothly. Just one thing that doesn't have to do with the opening of school, but has something to do with our district, and that is the board is still actively working on making the transition, looking for a new superintendent happen. We have met, we went through, we sent out RFPs for our search firms. We got some back. We went through them. We're actually interviewing 4 of them next week, and hope to pick our search firm. And they're in their proposals, they're all ready to start. I mean, as soon as they find out they got the job, it's like 2 days later, we're having a special board meeting to meet with them to talk about our district and our next superintendent. So we're working, and we have a lot of special board meetings planned that's going to be happening. So there's a lot to come in the next few months with that process. So just let you know that we are working, and it's in the works right now. With that, we're going to go ahead and start new business. Dr. Ritchie, the 2025 LCAP Federal Addendum.
The LCAP Federal Addendum is meant to supplement the LCAP and ensure that that districts meet the LAA plan provisions of the Every Student Succeed Act. The LCAP Addendum addresses how we will utilize federal funds, including Title I, Title II, Title III, and Title IV. And it's recommended that the board approve the 2025 LCAP Federal Addendum.
Right. Any questions for Dr. Ritchie? Seeing none, need a motion, please? We have a motion by Member Gattuso, seconded by Member Moran, to approve the 2025 LCAP Federal Addendum. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. All right, thank you. On item B, the Citizens Oversight Committee appointments. I did mention at the beginning of the meeting that we have some corrections to that. What was printed here, the first 2 people listed are already members, Ms. Skinner and Ms. Uribe. They are already members, and we tonight are going to be appointing Kathy Ballard and Richard Jerby. Did I get that correct this Monday?
Yes, you did.
All right. So what you have in front of you on your agenda is not exactly correct, but we do have the correct things in front of you, and it's been posted correctly on the website. With that, are there any questions? Seeing none, I need a motion, please. Did you have something to say?
No, I don't. That's
Oh.
great. Thank you.
Pardon me?
That was great. I love it.
Okay. I'm
Can
sorry.
you do that every time?
I'm sorry. All right. And of course, we do need more members, so
Yes.
Ms. Mundy addressed that earlier. So anyway, we have a motion by Member Smith, seconded by?
No other way around. Motion by Lee.
Motion by Member Leave, seconded by Member Smith, to approve the Citizens Oversight Committee appointments. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried. Thank you. All right, item C, Dr. Ritchie.
Declare its intent to adopt the following mandated updates. Board Policy 0410, Non-Discrimination in District Programs and Activities. Board Policy 0441, Artificial Intelligence. Board Policy 1312.3, Uniform Complaint Procedures. Administrative Regulation 1312.3, Uniform Complaint Procedures. Board Policy 5125.1, Release of Directory Information. Administrative Regulation 5131.41, Use of Seclusion and Restraint. Board Policy 5145.6, Parent Guardian Notifications. Exhibit 5145.6, Parent Guardian Notifications. Board Policy 5146, Married, Pregnant, and Parenting Students. Board Policy 6142.91, Reading Language Arts Instruction. Board Policy 6159.4, Behavioral Interventions for Special Education Students. Administrative Regulation 6159.4, Behavioral Interventions for Special Education Students.
All right. So are there any questions? Ms. Gattuso?
So, Dr. Ritchie, I think somehow maybe the policy 6159.4 might have just somehow didn't get included in the packet.
Oh, no. Okay.
So, I mean, part of it's in here and everything is lined out. There's no new parts of that policy on the packet.
What's the page number at the bottom?
96.
Page 96. All right, let me see.
So I would recommend that maybe we hold that
Oh.
one until we can see it.
Okay, we'll check. Well, actually, no, this one. 1997, well, on this one, this update means that this policy is being rescinded because this has been included in other policies that have been updated. And so on this one, since you see the last time this was reviewed was in 1997, this policy is actually obsolete and it's contained in other policies that have since been approved by the board. And so when you see it all lined out like that, that's just basically saying that the board will be rescinding this policy.
Okay, so how do we have a regulation then for that same number, 6159?
Because
0.4.
what's happened is the CSBA oftentimes will get rid of old policies and they'll just have regulation. A regulation does not necessarily have to be attached to a policy. You could just have a regulation by itself existing.
I thought you couldn't do that.
No,
Okay.
So CSBA allows, they recommend that you can do that if what the operational nature of the policy is better served as a regulation as opposed to policy. And so because of that, a lot of what was in that previous regulation, and it's none of it really connects to this one. The policy really connects to this regulation because it was updated so long ago, and it's a 40-year-old policy almost.
Right.
And so the regulation now contains all the information that was previously found in that policy, along with additional guidance for school employees.
Okay. Got it.
All right, any other questions, comments? All right, seeing none, need a motion, please? We're declaring our intent to adopt. It's okay. All right, motion by member Gattuso, seconded by member, backwards again. I'm having trouble tonight. Motion by member Valadeo, seconded by member Gattuso to declare our intent to adopt the listed board policy updates. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And it is carried. All right, on to item D, new position, classified management nutrition services field supervisor. Dr. Calzadias.
The Nutrition Services Department is the largest department in the district. Currently, for the entire department in district, we have 2 management positions. So this adds a 3rd management position to the Nutrition Services Department. It's recommended that the board approve the classified management nutrition services field supervisor position, job description, and salary schedule.
All right. Any comments or questions? I do need a motion then, please. We got a motion by member Leaf, seconded by a member Smith to approve the new position, classified management nutrition services field supervisor. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's carried unanimously.
Thank you.
On to item E, Dr. Calzadias again, new position, director of community schools program, temporary.
The original community schools plan that came to you contained 2 coordinator positions. And as grants do, this has kind of changed over time, the needs of the program, and we have a desire as a district to have a strong, cohesive program. That's better served by 1 director as opposed to 2 coordinators, and I think we've seen evidence of that as we've gone through and with the evolution of the community schools plan and grant. So it's recommended that the board approve the director of community schools program position. It is temporary because of funding and job description.
All right. Questions? Nothing? All right, need a motion, please. We got a motion by member Moran, seconded by member Gattuso to approve the new position, director of community schools program, which is the temporary position. All those in favor? Opposed? And it is approved.
Thank you.
Unanimously. Thank you, Dr. Calzadias. On to item 10, the consent calendar. I'd like to remind everybody that item B, we do have an updated personnel employment list. It has been, it is in front of you and has been posted to the website. And with that, are there any pulls to the consent calendar? Seeing none, I wish to get a motion to approve the consent calendar as amended. We got a motion by Member Valadeo, seconded by Member Moran, to approve the consent calendar as amended. Excuse me, roll call vote. Who's doing it? Tina or? Okay.
Mr.
Nanette?
Castro? Mr. Castro? Mrs. Gattuso?
Yes.
Mr. Lieb?
Yes.
Dr. Moran?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Valadeo? Mr. Pereira?
Yes. Item approved unanimously. Thank you, Nanette. All right. Reporting a closed session action. We had no action tonight. All the items in closed session were non-action items. Is there any discussion, information, or future agenda items for the board or Dr. Ritchie?
So we like to, since it was just approving the consent item, I'd like to take a moment now to introduce Ms. Priscilla Whitaker, who is our new Director of Student Health.
Welcome. So glad we finally filled that position. Welcome. Welcome.
We all
We're so glad you're here. Anything else for future agenda items or discussion tonight? All right, seeing none, the next item is closed session. We finished everything that we had to do. So with that, it is now 8:01 and we are going home. We are adjourned. Thank you much for being here. Good night, everybody. And enjoy your Friday.